You might know Amber's got a friend named Eve Barlow, maybe an ex-partner, something like that. She's got a little nickname, but I won't get into it. And Eve's been defending Amber for a really long time, probably at least 5 years at this point. And Eve still is defending to this day. But before I get into the exact tweets that Eve put out there, there's been some confusion, for me at least. I assumed when we got the news Amber had twins that it was via surrogate. They were being quiet about it, but that's what it was if you dug a little deeper. But it seems like she's actually saying she gave birth. This headline here is from Spur. Haven't heard of them, but there's a lot of similar ones going around. Johnny Depp's ex-wife Amber Heard gives birth to twins and is now a mother of three. She posts photos of her children and writes about how it was a Mother's Day I'll never forget. Here's my silly opinion. It might be a stretch. I think Amber is having these kids in whatever way so she could have a, clean image for a few years, then try to make a comeback. But I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just being a jerk. It was revealed that Amber was pregnant in December 2024. I kind of missed that. I mean, we don't have any photos. And she takes photos once in a while, at least every couple of months or something, with paparazzis around town, in Madrid, and stuff like that. I can't recall seeing a single one, and they don't show a single one. It's still early in the pregnancy, so I hope you understand that we don't want to go into too much detail at this stage. Like, who's the father? Is she actually pregnant? Like, huge details like that? Needless to say, Amber's happy for herself and Paige, according to US magazine People. Okay, yeah, this is from People. Well, this quote. And of course, Eve Barlow links the People article. And if you don't know, which you probably do if you're following me, People's written positive things about Amber since the beginning of time. They've probably got, I'm not kidding, 100 positive articles about Amber out there, if not more. Amber's delighted to have welcomed the twins and complete her family, adding, Mom and babies are enjoying every second, and Paige is happily running the show. But isn't a complete family like with a father? If some actual circumstances lead you to being separated, the father dies in a war, or something like that, you could say your family is complete. There was nothing you could do about it. But if you're going to deliberately have a family with no father, that kind of seems incomplete in my traditional opinion. It just seems like mother, father, nuclear family is too underrated these days, and that's kind of what we should be shooting for. All right, here's the last part, then I'll get to Eve's posts. Amber herself announced that she was a mother to twins on her Instagram, sharing photos of the little feet of her two children, Agnes and Ocean, one boy, one girl. Mother's Day 2025 will be a day I will never forget. This year, I'm thrilled beyond words to celebrate the completion of my family I've worked so hard to build over the years. What the F, man? Over the years. Become a very low-level, mediocre actress, marry Johnny, accuse him of abuse, go to court for about 6 years or more, including UK, and that was working hard to build a family. Okay, let's see X. Here we have it from May 12th, 2025. Amazing news for Amber times two. And of course, the incredibly biased People article is linked. I haven't read it, so maybe it's not biased, but I've read probably around 40 or 50 about Amber that were biased, so it's kind of safe to say it's going to be biased and very positive and not inquisitive about any real questions. By the way, I'll give Laura B a shout out. She sent me this. Thank you, Laura. And I appreciate that Eve does leave the comments on now and she takes whatever comes. She used to shut them off, so in all seriousness, okay, I appreciate that. Emerald says I wish her the best. The Cockney Gobble asks, you're not together anymore? Because there was rumors they were a couple. I think they kind of were. But I don't think it ever got to be official. She literally couldn't give a single F-U-C-K who you are fart loud. Why do you always have to cling to something bad? Just do your own thing, you sick bastard. Okay. You're for your opinion. Amazing, poor children, narcissistic mothers are the worst. Did she poop in the bed? God have mercy on those kids. And that's about it. I'm kind of surprised there weren't more comments. Usually, Eve gets like at least 20 or 30 or something, but that's what we got. Eve still defending you know who. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. If you're not subscribed here, doing all things pop culture, Johnny Depp, Meghan Markle, Diddy, Blake Lively, whatever comes up. If you don't subscribe, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.